This image. The year is 1943. Olivia de Havilland standing at the height of her success. Academy Award contender. A-list celebrity. Then there's this other image. 2 years later, in 1945, she's appearing in a courtroom, battling against her own film studio, putting her entire future on the line. So what transpired during those 2 years? She accomplished something no performer had possessed the courage to attempt before. Olivia de Havilland entered the world in 1916, born in Tokyo, younger sibling of Joan Fontaine, arrived in Hollywood at 18 years old. Warner Brothers offered her a deal. 7-year commitment. Industry standard agreement. She rose to stardom. Gone with the Wind came calling. The role of Melanie. The nation adored her. She generated millions for Warner Brothers. But here's where the exploitation began. Each time she declined a project, they extended her obligation. They placed her on suspension. Half a year suspended, half a year added to her bondage. Her 7-year deal stretched to 8 years. Then 9 years. It became endless. By 1943, she reached her limit. Completed her 7-year obligation. Attempted to leave. Warner Brothers refused her exit. You still owe us half a year. All those accumulated suspensions. She stood her ground. They initiated legal action. Put her on an industry-wide blacklist. Not a single studio would employ her. She became completely unemployable. Examine this photograph from that period. Notice the resolve in her expression. That's someone preparing to revolutionize everything. Here's the part that gets overlooked. Fighting wasn't her only option. She could have simply served the additional 6 months, chosen the path of least resistance. But her motivation transcended personal interest. This concerned every performer imprisoned by studio control. She retained legal counsel, brought Warner Brothers into court. The year 1944. Legal proceedings commenced. Studios across Hollywood grew terrified. Her victory would mean the complete collapse of their power structure. The courtroom proceedings revealed the truth. Performers treated as commodities, purchased and traded, rented to other studios, suspended without limit. The 7-year agreements morphing into decade-long captivity, becoming 15-year sentences. Warner Brothers claimed ownership of her, actual ownership of a human being. She sat present throughout. Her professional life balanced on a razor's edge. Defeat meant permanent exile. No studio in the industry would employ her ever again. The year 1945 arrived. The judge delivered his verdict. Olivia emerged victorious. 7 years could only mean 7 years. Suspensions couldn't add time to contracts. The ruling became legal precedent. California Labor Code Section 2855, known as the de Havilland Law. Studios lost the power to imprison actors beyond 7 years forever. She liberated every performer who followed. But her sacrifice was total. Warner Brothers blacklisted her regardless. Other studios, too, frightened to offer her work. 24 months without employment. 24 months watching her dreams crumble. She was 29 years old, the peak years of her career. Finally, in 1946, Paramount showed courage. To each his own became her project. She claimed the Oscar. Then 1949 brought The Heiress. Her second Academy Award. She endured. But those vanished years? They could never be reclaimed. Return to both images one final time. 1943 shows Warner Brothers' most valuable asset. 1945 reveals the woman who dismantled the studio monopoly. She possessed the option to remain silent, accept her salary, maintain her comfort. Instead, she sacrificed everything so future generations could work freely, endured 2 years of professional exile as the price. Her life continued to 104 years. Passed away in 2020, she outlasted the entire studio machine she brought down. That represents the story nobody shares.